Hey, it's Jackie from 35th Avenue Sewing Back, and today I have a special guest. Yep, I do. It's Angie from Lunchbox Quilts. Say hi, Angie.
Hey everybody, last week when I saw Jackie's video, I'm like, hey, I love your video, but I want to come and do one with you.
I said, okay, it's going to be awesome.
Here I am. I thought today that we would talk about embroidery stuff, since that is my gig.
Yeah, I agree. And I told him I love embroidery. That's,
That's her thing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Everybody's been sewing like crazy. I know you guys are sewing up a storm, going through your stash, calling Karen and getting more fabric.
Exactly. Ordering a lot online.
A lot online stuff. So I found these, and these are wonderful. I use these. These are little precise application. They look like Q-tips, but they're not Q-tips.
Can we use them in our ear?
No, you can't.
Oh, man. Because you can't find anything now in stores.
It's true. Don't use these in your ear.
Do not use them
in small. You might have to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Anyway, these are wonderful. They're not like Q-tips where they would leave a little fuzz. And they're micro, and you can just get in there and clean your machines out. So since you've been doing so much sewing lately, remember to clean your machine.
Exactly. Highly recommend it.
Change your needle often.
Yes, totally.
If you're embroidering, make sure you have an embroidery needle because it's specifically made for embroidery. The eye is a little larger because that thread can pass through 80 to 100 times before it actually tacks down.
Right, especially when you do a big design.
Right.
Especially when you're design.
Right, big
you
design.
do the whole quilt.
Right.
You're going to use a lot.
So make sure you change your embroidery needle often. And as far as bobbin thread goes, I just use a white or an off-white. That's all I use all the time, probably 99% of the time. Unless I'm doing a little black detail, then I'll use a black. So that's the...
And what kind of bobbin thread is that?
This is the Superior bottom line. Berninas love this, but your baby lock machines have pre-wounds.
Yeah, we either use finishing touch or pre-wounds in the baby lock.
So your machine will tell you which one you like.
Yeah, and it's all up to your machine,
right.
Of course.
And it's a personal choice.
Exactly.
Once again, it's your choice. Then let's talk about applique.
Yay! Yeah.
So all this is applique.
Isn't this such a cool quilt?
This is the newest.
Yeah.
It came out October, but it's still pretty new.
Yeah.
So when I'm embroidering, you want to use a tearaway stabilizer with your applique, and my favorite is the sticky type. It's a tearaway, it's sticky. This is the 35th Ave branded brand. And there's also the Floriani. OESD has one too.
Right.
So I like the sticky. I stick my fabric down on it, hoop it, do my applique, and when it's done, you just pull all this off. Everything from the back. If you find, and I find it with the Floriani a little bit, it's a little bit stickier and you can't get it off, just spray it with some alcohol. And Jackie, I mean rubbing alcohol.
Oh, no, man, I thought some vodka or something.
No.
Oh, man,
but,
rubbing
we may
alcohol.
have to use that because I think all the alcohol
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't find it. I've looked for rubbing alcohol, that is, in the stores, and you can't find them.
So, rubbing alcohol, get a little spray bottle, spray it on the back, pull with your tweezers, it'll come right back off.
I didn't know that.
So,
I learned something today.
See?
Yay!
And it's mostly
Angie.
with this brand that I find it.
Gotcha.
So, that's that.
That's a great hint for those.
Yeah.
So
people aren't crying and going, I can't get this stuff
Stick
off
it.
after Angie said to use it.
Exactly. So you know her number, right? So if they have issue, no, I'm just kidding. You can still call the store.
Call the store.
Yeah. They post your number underneath. You know
no,
that.
No,
I know.
no,
I'm just kidding.
My cell phone number.
I'm just kidding.
When you are doing your applique and you're going to cut around those small little pieces, let's back up. When you are going to put your little fabric down, let's say you're going to put this green piece down, and it's going to make a little outline, and then you're going to put it down where you know where to put it down. You're going to want to make sure that fabric is secure. So you either want to spray it with some spray, but not close to your machine, and then I have to go outside and spray. So I like these little glue sticks.
Oh, those are great for that.
And I would just take this glue stick. This is a Soline fabric glue pen. It's the diameter of a crayon. And I would just color in here, use your kindergarten skills, slap that down, and then you'll be able to...
Can I color outside the line?
Well, you can.
Oh, I can.
Yay! But, I'm very...
Yes,
I got to stay
that is true. Yes, she is, if you don't know that about her. But it's a good thing. That's why she is a great designer, because she is like that.
So, yeah.
I just threw it for a loop.
Anyway, the glue stick, don't throw it out when you're done because there are refills. So
Nice, yep.
you can
And we
also
carry
do-
both of them.
And
so.
they carry both, so there's your glue stick. And when you're cutting around that little piece of fabric, you're going to want to make sure that you have a scissor with a slight curve to it. So the Havels are my favorite. There's also some other brands, the Bowen, and also Nifty Notions. And Jackie, I think over there, there's some those are also by Havels if you like the more traditional, where you can put your hands in. So you want to make sure that you have a slight curve, and that's
See
how
the
you'll
curve?
get around.
Slight. You might not be able to see it, but
It's a slight curve.
which is great because you go around and you cut it. It really works well.
So that's the trick to getting a close cut.
And if you don't want to put your fingers into it, it's easy to snip with the snips you showed me earlier.
And there are multiple brands
Yes.
with the slight curve. I just didn't want to destroy your whole scissor wall.
Right, and I do recommend, when you buy these, maybe buy two, because if you lose them or you drop them, you have an extra pair. Especially this time when you're all home sewing, you can't just run to the store. You get an extra pair.
Or
Go ahead.
keep one at every machine you own.
Oh, that's true. Well, then I'd own like 5 or 6. So,
Yeah,
that.
I have several.
Yeah. Like all of us out there.
Oh, just a little plug. If you're not into embroidery, Jackie can sell you a machine as well. So
That's true.
Just
I have lots of machines, and we're selling online and we can't say in the store. We're doing curbside pickup.
And then they'll get lessons when the store
Exactly.
reopens.
When everything else. Plus,
Yeah.
there's online tutorials. Babylog has a great free 60-day trial for online classes, so that's great. And Bernina, oh, they have so many videos out there. If you want to know how to use the ruffler foot, you can find it. You want to know how to embroider, you can find it. So there are all those online classes. Until we open, we could do your classes
Right.
101.
So, if you aren't into embroidery yet,
Yeah.
you can be.
Because even if you're making like masks, we have the machine for you. We have starting $100. So give us a call.
And there's masks you can do in the hoop with the embroidery machine too.
Yes, there are. There's different brands out there that are doing masks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're actually giving them free.
Yeah, they're free.
Yeah,
They
they're
got
free. You just have to
downloads.
go online and download them.
And you can do them with your embroidery machine.
Yeah. It's awesome.
So after you finish your block, we'll move on.
Okay.
After you finish your block, you're going to take all your stabilizer off from the back, even in the little areas.
Oh,
It's
in the
all-
little spots right here and
it's
everything.
completely
Okay.
off.
Yep.
You are going.
She missed the spot, but that's okay. I won't tell her.
I'm
Just kidding. She's like, oh, I really did.
So then, we want to, you're going to want to press that. And you just don't want to press it from the front because this is, I should also say that I use 40-weight poly thread. You have multiple brands here in the store.
We do. And it's all online, so you can shop online and we can ship it right to your door.
Right. So 40-weight poly for
Mhm.
the thread, and of course the bobbin thread on the bobbin. And you don't want to press it from the top because you don't want to melt all these nice threads
Right.
here. So you want to press from the back, but you don't want to crush your applique. So you'll want to use, now Jackie talked about these last week.
Right.
These are the wool pressing mats, and they come in multiple sizes, and you talked about that, and I believe these are all online as well.
Correct.
Okay, so you talked about that last week, but here's something else. This is the OESD pressing cloth. It's a little bit more portable if you're going to class, and it's, I have both.
Yeah, I have one by my machine, and then I have one at my ironing board.
Right. So, and these are very reasonable. I think they're, I don't know. They're not
We don't
even-
have them priced, but they're reasonable.
They're like $7 or $8, something somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think they're about 10, but that's
Okay, somewhere in there.
We're, you think we'd prepare, right? But, that's okay.
There's no price
It's
on it.
Angie. What else?
And I was going to bring over an iron, but I forgot to bring an iron
Yeah.
over. But, you have an iron. If you need an iron, I'm
Yeah.
sure we
have,
hook
We
you up
have
with
the
an iron,
Panasonic one that I recommend that has the 2 ends and so forth, and we also have little handheld ones, too, that are nice for that.
So you're going to press from the back.
Okay.
You'll press from the back. And when you pull this off later, you'll see the little imprint
Of
of the rooster head.
Mhm.
Now, this is the size I have, and I brought mine so you can see.
It's dirty.
But it is dirty. But
That means she uses it.
I use it.
That's a good thing.
But look at this now. You can put this right on your ironing
Oh,
board.
nice.
It's the same thing. And once again, no price. But It's the same thing, and you can put it right on your ironing board, and people use this for piecing too, not just applique.
Right, yeah, it's great for that.
So these are so you're going to press, so you do all your pressing. Then we're going to move on to a lunchbox item.
Nice!
So, I always have you make your blocks 2 inches bigger, because by the time you pull the stabilizer off, press from the back, you know, if he was the right size, he could now be like that. And then he's kind of crooked in your quilt. So you're going to want to square him up. Well, you can do that. You can figure out that this, from your instructions, you would know that this guy has to be 9.5 tall by 7.5 wide. And you could sit there and go, okay, this is the same here, 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 and here, and you could figure out that. But we have this product called the Mark-A Block, and they're transparencies. I'll have you hold this up, Jackie. They come like that, and they come in a package, and you'll trim them out. And then you can line up the little rooster head right on top. And can you see this if I lay this down? Well, I'll hold it up. And you would mark the 4 corners with the pencil. So line him up, mark your 4 corners with the pencil. Then when you have the 4 corners marked, you'll be able to trim it with your rotary cutter.
Yeah.
So it's perfect every time. I can speak from experience. I have cut some blocks wrong. So this is, and then I was traumatized.
Yeah. She was too. I heard all about it.
So that's what a Mark-A Block is.
Awesome. And we have them.
And they have them in stock.
And what do they cost? Come on!
I don't know.
It's not market, it's her product. We got her. I did that on purpose,
They
just
are
to
all,
throw her off.
They are all marked different prices because it depends on how many sheets are in here. So I can tell you the About Trout one is the least expensive, and this is probably on the higher end because it has more sheets in it.
But we do have them all on our
She has
website
them in
to
stock.
purchase.
They're on her website, and also, you know, of course, the pattern.
The pattern is so cute. Look at the little
Farm Fresh. So
rooster,
that's
chicken. Hey, this would be perfect for Easter coming up.
Yeah, you could just make the eggs.
Yeah.
And do a virtual Easter egg hunt.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Instead of
Yeah,
that's
no one
perfect.
can come over.
Yeah.
Well, and so also we wanted to show you there is a wide variety of farm fabric here at the store, and Karen can help you.
And the name is, oops, wrong end.
That line is Early Bird, isn't it?
Early Bird. Early Bird gets
Early
the
Bird.
worm.
And I did use a lot of that fabric because when it first came to the store, I ran over here and got some. So you will see some of it in my quilt. The one that's back in the back is this one. And we have this one, and we have this one.
Nice.
There was one that I got the whole bolt, so you can't have that.
Sorry.
It was the backing fabric.
Yeah, backing.
But
how cute.
But we have one similar.
Oh yeah, you can use the dark.
Yeah. So that, I think, is everything about applique embroidery, unless you want to add anything.
No, I think that's great. Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Jackie out.
Angie out.